A very warm welcome back to the channel, and today's focus is on Airbus. I'd actually say two very different types of stories. One's exciting, it's an aircraft order. The other takes a look at some of the more negatives surrounding the European plane maker as we move into future years. Why not start with the negative and conclude with the positive? So, to begin, delivery delays aren't expected to ease anytime soon at Airbus, as they confirm these struggles will persist for years to come. The plane maker, according to industry reports, is now warning airlines that its delivery delays run far deeper than initially expected, as backlogs grow and supply chain constraints continue to present hurdles affecting the company's ability to maintain healthy output rates, and certainly the output rates that it would have envisaged. In fresh reports, the expected struggles in delivering these new commercial airplanes are expected to now continue deep into 2028, with some airlines even preparing for it to extend beyond this. It is an ever-evolving situation. I'm sure if I told you this 24 months ago, you may not have predicted it. Take these years with a grain of salt, but the overarching message is expect more struggles. For customers scheduled to take delivery of new planes in 2025, they should already be anticipating delays in the time frame of around several months, disrupting their own previously outlined renewal and growth ambitions. See, for some airlines, it's just another plane. Don't get me wrong, it still holds a lot of importance, but it may be, say, the 25th A350. It's going to definitely benefit further route launches, but it's an aircraft that the airline maybe could cope with a couple weeks in delivery delays. Whereas for others, it's a brand new aircraft type that the future of their business is really resting on the delivery of, whether that is growth or in just terms of fleet replacement effort. So every little bit that is delayed, it has knock-on effects. While some airlines have begun to adopt a more positive outlook on the situation, others have noticed no real improvement and remain very skeptical, adopting, again, you'd say probably a more cautious approach to the problem at hand. Airbus already confirmed its intention to increase production of key aircraft programs in the past. This will be necessary if they really want to work through their backlog at all. But when this occurs for many programs remains to be seen. Suppose Airbus cannot navigate through numerous delivery delays until nearly the end of the decade. Well, in that case, it will represent one of the most disrupted decades in the company's history, and ultimately one to forget. But just what is happening at the plane maker? Well, since the COVID-19 pandemic, they've faced some pretty hefty supply chain challenges, resulting in the delivery of planes at a rate that is way below what was expected. By now we are at the midpoint of the 2020s. Those supply chain constraints don't center around one specific area, but rather a handful of places, and this probably makes everything that little bit harder to navigate, because we're not focusing in on one thing. One area, however, of the many that has been a focus is the acquisition of engines from key providers such as Pratt & Whitney. An inability to get engines on time has resulted in delays in the installation process for new planes, further slowing down delivery processes to airline customers. However, it doesn't stop at engines. Airbus has also mentioned that it has faced delays in acquiring key fuselage parts, which, as I'm sure you know, is pretty important, and this can have an even bigger impact on production capabilities than, say, engines. Time and time again, the delayed delivery of engines to aircraft manufacturers has resulted in planes sitting outside awaiting the installation. However, when there are delays in fuselage parts, well, it can rapidly disrupt the entire production floor and have a far bigger knock-on effect in terms of just what is being produced on a day-to-day basis. And lastly, Airbus has expressed challenges in even acquiring basic things such as seats. So even if a specific aircraft is complete, it can't still be shipped off to the airline in question due to complexities in completing the cabin. So all in all, it's been a tough few years for the plane maker. It's now expected to continue for many more years, and working to manage all these delays will be crucial. But again, only so much can really be done. Now, on to more positive things, and that sits with a new aircraft order. Airbus confirming that a existing company, part of its portfolio, went in for more of your successful regional A220 family. The designated customer has been confirmed as Air Niugini, the national carrier of Papua New Guinea, which is now extending their commitment to the program after what was an initial order. The latest deal is for just two of the A220s. You're looking at the A220-100, and this is based on their previous commitment for 6 aircraft placed towards the end of 2023. Additionally, Air Niugini has commitment improvements to the high-capacity A220-300 model thanks to a deal with Azora. This is a US-based lessor. 3 units of this type have now been sold. That brings your total to 11. The A220 will therefore play a pretty important role in not just domestic but also regional flying for the future of this airline, with strong ties to its overall deployment contributing to the development and support of economic growth. Airbus confirmed the latest deal as the first of the series, which is destined for Air New Guinea, entered final assembly in Canada, a key facility for the manufacturer. So progress is certainly being made there, and it's exciting times ahead. The A220 certainly an industry leader, with the planemaker confirming that at the end of April this year, it had received over 900 orders from 30 customers. 410 of these have already been delivered. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Thank you very much for your support here on the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow for your next recap.
And we'll fly.